Sherman of California is recognized for 5 minutes.
I want to thank Mr. Green for pointing out the need for diversity in gender, diversity in ethnicity and race. We also need diversity in viewpoint. We've got a whole panel here, none of whom have said the basic question is, should we allow cryptocurrencies to go forward in the United States? The purpose of our capital markets for working American families is to finance factories and businesses where they can work at blue and white collar jobs and create products that help them in their daily lives. The purpose of our capital markets is to harness the animal spirits, the willingness to invest, and to fund housing and factories and jobs. What this does is it diverts that to something that is a system of a new hidden money system. It says so right in the name. Cryptocurrency literally means hidden money. And to create a tool that has its announced purpose by its most prominent supporters to defeat our sanctions laws, to defeat our tax laws. And it's not that all of you who are in this industry are unwilling to abide by our sanctions laws and our tax laws. It's simply that you think you can make billions of dollars by building a valuable tool for those who do want to cheat on our taxes and do want to evade our sanctions laws and our money laundering laws. We're told, oh, we're gonna fear of missing out. Other countries could get ahead of us. Peru is ahead of us in cocaine cultivation. China is ahead of us in organ harvesting, and the Cayman Islands is ahead of us in innovative tax haven fraud. I do not see the need to catch up. We speak as if this whole idea of creating tools that will turn the income tax into just a tax on wage earners and make it voluntary for the very rich as something new, because you guys are using the internet, because this industry uses the internet. It's nothing new. We had tax evasion tools last century, and we blocked them. The most valuable tool was the multi-billion-dollar bearer bond. One piece of paper, earns interest, totally untraceable, and we prohibited people from issuing them. We, of course, have a $100 bill. It's worth $10 from what it was 100 years ago. The $100 bill, the bearer bond are no longer good tools for tax evasion. We need a new one, and you can make billions of dollars if you can create it. All the money and power in this town is on the side of the crypto billionaire bros. There's no lobbyist in this town. There's no executive. Nobody's making $1 million to advocate for tax enforcement. Nobody is being paid to make sure that we enforce our sanctions laws and our money laundering laws, at least not to be lobbyists and not to make millions. And I think it was Mr. Kasten who reminded us of Sam Bankman-Fried. He still haunts these halls. His purpose was give a patina of regulation to this industry by defeating the SEC's efforts. I don't want to say that I'm against blockchain. It's an accounting system. I'm against multi-million-dollar bearer bonds. I'm not against paper, and I'm not against ink. Mr. Massad, if many of these crypto tokens are securities, many of those sold on exchanges are securities. If in any other field of our capital markets, if you had an unregistered exchange where you could buy and sell unregistered securities, wouldn't that be a violation of just about every securities law we've got?
Yes, sir. That would be a problem.
So why is the SEC that would immediately shut down a stock exchange where you had unregistered stock being publicly sold and which an unregistered, they seem unwilling to enforce the law in this area, whereas certainly if it was stocks and bonds, they'd enforce it immediately. Can you explain why they're not enforcing it?
Well, I think the SEC has brought a number of enforcement cases. I think it's important to remember.
But they haven't shut down the businesses that are represented here, and if these businesses were doing unregistered equity securities, they'd shut them down.
I can't comment
It just
on.
shows the power of the billionaire bros, and I yield back.